Welcome to The Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. I wanted to talk about ideas and how we all can exist together in the creative space. I saw a bit of a dust up online today where one creative influencer has been doing a series on their Instagram and their TikTok. And I guess it came to the attention of a whole bunch of people that said, hey, you are copying this other person, this other influencer in the same space who's been doing this, type of series for years. Now, the type of series that both individuals were doing is something that's not new. Many, dozens, probably hundreds of influencers have done this before. It was a trivia series. I'm not going to go into the names of the individual people and all that stuff because that is not even important. My point of this is that no idea is really original. Apparently these two people spoke, no harm, no foul. It wasn't, the larger influencer didn't even know about the other person. They had never heard of them before, whatever the case may be. So, they spoke and they posted, just to let people know that, listen, this is not a thing. I spoke to them. We're good. It's all love. Fine. But folks have to realize, when you come for people in their comments and you are like, oh, this person is doing this, do a little research. Do a little research on just because you've only seen this person do something doesn't mean that's the only person who does that. Just because you only use Maybelline doesn't mean that that's the only makeup company out there. You know what I'm saying? There are a million lipsticks. There are a million pillows. There are a million different types of phones. There's so many different cars. There's so many different brands that are doing the same thing. My thing is, what is unique about your brand? How do you stand out? And to be honest, even if you don't have a specific quote unquote standout thing, what makes you different is the fact that it's you. Some people love the other influencer's personality and they love their delivery of the content, and then they may not like the other influencer. It could be the voice. It could be the fact that they may be a man or a woman. Some people are better with information coming from a woman. Some people are better when it's delivered, from a man. It really depends on your preference. And when something as innocent as this, where folks were not even aware of what was going on, you can't, this is like an unnecessary fight. As if we all can't exist in the same space and make money. And I gave an example, I'm giving an example of makeup because I have like my little makeup bag sitting in front of me. So I'm looking at that. Maybelline is not worried about L'Oreal and what they're doing. Clinique is not worried about L'Oreal. Okay? L'Oreal ain't worried about Fenty. And Fenty surely ain't worried about the rest of them. Why? To me, when you worry about what everybody else is doing and not worrying about what's going on in your lane, to me, that screams insecurity. Just do what you do, and you've been successful at it. Do what you do. And if you see that somebody else is doing something similar to you, and it's kind of like this thing where maybe you've been doing it longer or whatever the case may be, you could collab. There's nothing wrong with the collab. I don't understand why people are so afraid of competition. They're so afraid of who's doing what. If you have a loyal following, well, you know what? I'm going to go down this road. I can understand why people are afraid. Because the general public, y'all, I'm going to say y'all are fickle. Y'all switch up like the wind. That's part of the problem. Let's really talk about this. No. Let's really talk about this. Y'all are not loyal. That's what it is. Because you have so many brands, especially smaller brands, who are deathly afraid of losing to larger influencers. And I understand why. Because as soon as y'all, the general public, find something that just has a shinier bell or louder whistle, y'all are running over there. This is the main reason why politicians can say whatever they say and do whatever they do, and all they got to do is come back and say, oh, I'm going to lower taxes, or I'm going to lower gas prices. Oh, that happened today in Georgia, where the governor's talking about he's lowering gas prices. You have the ability to do this all this time? Or does that have something to do because elections are on their way? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the sort of thing. This is what makes people shaky and weary. So I'm going to say it from this perspective. As a smaller brand, because I'm a small brand as well, I don't worry about what the big wigs are doing. I don't worry about it. There, people that will be attracted to the bigger brands may not be for me. If they decide to check me out and see what I'm doing with my branding and my social media marketing or whatever, cool. I'm happy for that. I'm thrilled. I'm thankful for every piece of business, every piece of legitimate business that comes to the door. I am grateful. But what I'm not going to do is worry about what the big brands are doing. I'm not, because my faithful, loyal followers and supporters are always going to be there. You could have a big brand, but if I have been there in your face, and really it's not who's bigger, it's who stays in front. It's who stays in front. I may not be the best, I may not be the biggest brand, but if I'm in front of your face 24/7, you see me pop up all the time. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. You're more likely going to go with somebody that is in your face all the time. And they're not always the best, but they're consistent. Consistency beats out so many other facets in business. I'm telling you, consistency is the key to so many things in business. You can't be half and half about stuff. People will smell that a mile away, and they'll decide not to do business with you because of it. Really think about that. Consistency works. So, anyway, I'm glad that the larger influencer, it was brought to their attention and they acknowledged the smaller influencer who apparently has been doing a series like this for some time. If anything, it got the smaller influencers some, light to their brand. And that's always amazing because we're always here to support small businesses. But people need to understand, instead of taking so many things to heart, and I'm talking about the people that were in the comments, I'm not talking about the two influencers themselves, because as far as they're concerned, the situation is squashed. There was no situation really to begin with, but they spoke so there's no misunderstanding and, that kind of thing. But the people themselves, the supporters of either influencer, just caused a dust up that was just unnecessary. Instead of you saying, you know what, you guys should collab because so-and-so over here does something similar. They've been doing it for a couple of years now. Y'all should collab. Before you come together on a positive note, you go for the negative to create drama. And I just talked about this, I think, my last podcast or the episode before. I said, disconnecting will bless your life. Stop with the toxicity. That could have been a great collab. That could have been a great thing turned into, a show or something. You know what I mean? These two people are not the only folks that do this. I've seen many others like it. But people caused the dust up and it was unnecessary. Two people doing the same thing can exist. And if you find out about each other and there's similarities and there's, synergies, collab. If you so feel led to do that, collab. Stop with the toxicity in the comments. Stop pitting this person against that person. This is not, everybody has their lane that they're in and they're chilling. Sometimes you could slide on over to my lane. We get a nice collab going. It's all good. Stop creating fuss where there is none. Because people just love drama. And I don't even blame the other influencer because they cut their comments off. I would have done the same thing. I wouldn't even give people an opportunity to comment because it's stupid. We can exist together and we can build together. We used to be, as a community, and I'm speaking specifically to the African diaspora community, Black community, and any derivatives of, okay? We used to be so much into collective economics where we work together, and now we just keep falling into that trap, that almighty toxic trap of putting this one against that one, and it's really tiring. Anyway, that was just like my rant about this situation. But anyhow, like I said, don't create drama for people. Stop creating drama. Let's find ways to work together and collab and make amazing, dope content. If you want to follow me on social media, at Onyx Queen Media. If you want to email me, hello@onyxqueenmedia.com. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.